But in case you only target, in case you are a startup of small size, and then you may target a very narrow scope of the customers. Maybe, as I have listed here, retired mid-50s living in Gangnam, Seoul, something like that. So the success probability of your startup could be increasing in case you define your target customer as specific and as narrow as possible. Okay, so if you define your business as, or your target customer as, niche market, and then it's very important for you to specify and draw the profile of your target customers. So I mentioned that in determining your business, you may consider the different options of choosing whether you will target the mass customers or the niche customers. And in some cases, you may target one single niche target as your main customer, or you can cover two very distinct segments as your target customers. For example, you may target the people in their 20s, and also you can target the people in their 50s at the same time. Or you can target both the people who buy, who actually pays for your products and services, and the people who are influencing the decision to buy the products are totally different. For example, if you are running the English private institution for the high school students, okay, actually the main customer of your language institute is the high school students who are studying English. But who pays the money? Maybe the high school students are not the payers of your services in your language institute. Their parents are actually paying the bill for their students. So in that case, you have to think about the needs and wants of those two groups at the same time. And the needs and wants of those two groups are totally different. In case of the parent group, they may want the private institutes, private English language institutes, to help improve the English proficiencies throughout the studies in the institutes. But for the students, they may want the cozy environment or comfortable places or the kind instructions from the teachers. Okay, so in case you have to serve those two different customer segments, and then the needs and wants of those two customer segments are totally different. So you have to be very careful in serving those two customers at the same time. And in some cases, there are the multiple customer segments, but in this case, they don't know each other. It's not necessary for each group of the customers know each other, but without one customer segment, the other customer segment may not exist. Okay, for example, the search engine Google. In the case of the Google, if you want to find out some useful information in the internet, the first thing you may want to do is go to the Google site and then type a certain keyword to find out or something you have an interest. But do you pay for using the Google services in searching something from the internet? No. Okay. Or social networking services like Facebook or some other things. Okay, yeah, Facebook is one thing, and then in South Korea we use Kakao, so it's free social free message delivery services. So when sending a short messages through Kakao, we don't have to pay any money at all. So in China, WeChat. So everybody has their own short messaging service providers. Okay. So when using the Kakao services, we don't pay any money at all. I'll show you a different example. So TV broadcasting company provides the TV contents free of charge. When you watch the TV dramas or the TV news on TV, we don't have to pay any money, right? So in that case, do you think we are the customers of Google, Kakao, Tencent, the WeChat, or TV broadcasting company? We don't pay any money at all, right? How do they earn their money? In case of the Google, there are the companies who want to do the advertisement for the ordinary people like me who want to do some search service, who want to do some internet searches through the Googles. Or in terms of the TV programs, there are the sponsors who want to put their advertisement on the TVs. So in between the TV dramas, they play the advertisements. And when I watch the TV, and sometimes I watch the TV advertisement, and that's why the TV advertisement company pays the money to the TV broadcasting company, and I can watch the TV programs, very interesting TV programs, free of charge. Okay, so without the sponsors of advertisement in Google or the TV company, the companies can't afford to provide their contents or the services to us, right? And without the ordinary people who watch the TVs or who uses the Google search engines every time, anytime, and then the sponsors or the advertisement companies do not want to put their advertisement on Google or TV internet, because there's nobody who are using those vehicles. So in that case, there are two distinct, different customer segments the company has to serve. One is the users who uses the services free of charge, and the other is the sponsoring company who pays the money for the advertisement. So there are a lot of different types of the customers. Mass customers versus niche customers. And in niche customer segment, whether they could be the mid-50s or mid-20s, or men or women, or the upper affluent people or relatively poor people, or the people living in metropolitan city area of Seoul, or the people living in the rural area. Okay, or whether there are one single distinct customer segment, or whether there are two different segments, or there are the multi-sided customer segments in one company, or there are only one single customer segment in an industry. Okay, so try to understand the customers' characteristics of a certain industries. Okay, and so when understanding the customer profile, you have to also think about when they buy the products, whether they are buying the products in spring, in summer, in autumn, or in winter. Okay, and also you have to analyze whether the customers are, what's the average unit price per transaction, whether it's only $1 or $1 million. There is a $1 retail shop in Korea. So in that shop, the unit price per product is very low. Almost all the products' average price is just $1. So the customers whose pocket money is very small can go to that retail shop to buy anything because the price is so cheap. So in that case, what are the target customers of the $1 retail shop in Korea? The age group might be in early 10s or the 20s, because they do not afford to have a lot of money. They do not afford to buy luxurious goods. So, and average annual purchase amount is also important. If your customer is mainly the new customers, average annual purchase amount might be very similar to the average unit price per transaction. But if you are serving the regular customers, that means the customers are buying the products from your company in multiple times. So even though the average unit price per transaction might be very low, average annual purchase amount might be very high, right? So in case they buy $1 product per transaction, but they visit the retail shop every day, and then $1 times 365 days means average annual purchase amount might be over $365. Okay. Also, it's important to know whether the customers are buying the products from the competitors of our company as well. So in that case, the customers are buying in some cases from us, and in other cases from the competitors. In that case, the loyalty to our company is really important, and also we have to be very cautious in in carefully looking at the movements of the competitors in serving the same customers. Because the customers of our company are at the same time the customers of our competitors. So depending on the dynamics of us and the competitors, they may easily change their companies. And we have to understand why the customers are buying our products. In essence, that's why do they purchase the product from us? In order to fulfill their needs and wants. Right? So, if I illustrate some of the reasons for buying our products, just because the price is so cheap, or even though the price is so high, they need the product so desperately right now, or they need the product just because all the friends of our customer are using our products, and he wants to show off to their friends. That might be the reason for purchase. Or the similar product was recently stolen, so he has to buy something to substitute the stolen product. So that's why he buy our product. So there are various reasons for purchase. So we have to try to understand why they buy the product as detailed as possible. In that case, it's easier for us to develop our strategy to serve our customers very well. And it's good to understand, to know about the satisfaction of our customers when buying our products, or if there is any complaints related to buying the product from us. If they are so satisfied, and that's a good news, but in case they are not satisfied, and we have to know why they are not satisfied, otherwise, and they will leave from our company. And if the majority of the customers are leaving after dissatisfying with our products, and then we may lose a lot of our market shares. So a lot of companies have the roles and responsibility to listen to the voice of the customers. VOC, voice of customers. So voice of customers are really critical. So there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of the organizations in a company whose main job is listen to the voices of the company, voices of the customers, and reflect such feedback from the customers in their production or in their delivery of the products for the future cases. And loyalty to our company is also very important. So if we look at the profile of our target customers based on the checkpoints for customer identification, so gender, age group, income, property level, reason. Okay, the profile of our customer in our company is the retired from big company in their mid-50s, living in Gangnam, Seoul. Okay, and whether they are new customers or regular customers, regular customer of our company for 10 years. Okay, and he frequently purchases the products in the summer season. Okay, not in the winter season. Okay, and also average unit price of his purchase is 10,000 Korean won. That's roughly 10 US dollars, and 1 million won a year. That's roughly 1,000 US dollars. And he is so loyal to our company, and there is no purchase history from our competitors. And he prefers to use offline discount stores rather than online stores. It's also very important because in building our business strategy, our channel strategy is also one of the components of the business strategy. And once we know which channel the customers prefer, and then we can put the resources, it will be very useful in allocating our resources among offline channels and online channels.